Hey there, nerd fighters, it's your boy Amr, back with another deep dive into the annals of history, and some other stuff too, because as we all know, history is about way more than just what happened when. Imagine a single day that changed the course of history, celebrated lives, tragic losses, and bizarre events that will leave you speechless. Welcome to February 28th, a date packed with surprises, mysteries, and moments that shaped our world. Whether you're a history buff, a curious traveler, or just someone who loves fun facts, this video is your passport to discovering the world through a different lens. We're gonna meet some fascinating people, explore some incredible places, and confront some of the darker chapters of human experience. Let's dive in. By the way, did you know February 28th is the day you finally realize there are only 28 days in February? Shocking, right? Let's start with some fun facts. Did you know February 28th is National Tooth Fairy Day in the US? That's right, a day to celebrate the magical creature who sneaks into your room at night and trades your teeth for cash. Also, on this day in 1983, the final episode of ** aired, becoming the most watched television episode in history. Over 100 million people tuned in. Imagine the collective tears. ** is one of those shows that just transcends generations. But February 28th isn't just about fairies and farewells. In 1953, a chemist named Robert Burns Woodward claimed to have synthesized strychnine, which is, well, it's basically rat poison. And speaking of weird science, did you know that February 28th is also the anniversary of the discovery of Pluto? Well, sort of. Clyde Tombaugh actually discovered Pluto on February 18, 1930, but it wasn't until February 28 that the news was officially announced. Happy belated birthday, Pluto. February 28th isn't just about the Tooth Fairy and weird historical trivia. It's also Rare Disease Day, a day to raise awareness for over 300 million people worldwide living with rare conditions. It's a day to celebrate the strength and resilience of these individuals and their families, and to advocate for increased research and support. Because even though rare diseases are, well, rare, collectively they affect a huge number of people. And it's not just about awareness, it's about action. It's about fighting for better treatments, for cures, and for a world where everyone has the chance to live a long and healthy life. So, how can you get involved? Well, you can start by educating yourself about rare diseases. You can donate to organizations that are working to find cures. You can volunteer your time to help families affected by rare diseases. And most importantly, you can use your voice to raise awareness, because together we can make a difference. But February 28th isn't all about somber reflections on the human condition. It's also a day to celebrate the rise and fall of empires. On February 28, 202 BCE, Liu Bang was crowned Emperor Gaozu of Han, founding one of China's greatest dynasties. The Han dynasty lasted for over 400 years and is considered a golden age in Chinese history. Fast forward to 1953, and we have another momentous event. Scientists James Watson and Francis Crick discovered the double helix structure of DNA. This discovery revolutionized our understanding of genetics and paved the way for countless breakthroughs in medicine and biotechnology. But February 28th also saw its share of less celebrated events. For example, on this day in 1986, Swedish Prime Minister Olof Palme was assassinated in Stockholm. And in 1997, a 6.1 magnitude earthquake struck the Iranian province of Ardabil, killing over 1,000 people and injuring thousands more. Chapter 4. Plane Crashes. February 28th has seen its share of tragedy, and sadly, plane crashes are part of that story. On this day in 1991, during the Gulf War, a U.S. military transport plane crashed in Germany, killing all 13 people on board. The plane was carrying Gulf War veterans home from the Middle East, making the tragedy even more poignant. In 1984, a Taba Fairchild FH-227B crashed near Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, killing all 18 people on board. The crash was attributed to pilot error, but it also raised concerns about the safety of the Fairchild FH-227B aircraft. These tragedies remind us that even in the age of modern aviation, air travel is not without its risks. They also serve as a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. Chapter 5. Notable birthdays. But enough about tragedy for now. Let's talk about something a little more upbeat: birthdays. February 28th has been graced with the arrival of some truly remarkable individuals. For starters, we have Linus Pauling, born on this day in 1901. Pauling was a chemist, biochemist, peace activist, author, and educator. He was one of the most influential chemists in history, and a founder of the fields of quantum chemistry and molecular biology. Pauling is one of only 4 people to have won more than 1 Nobel Prize, and the only person to have been awarded 2 unshared Nobel Prizes, the 1954 Nobel Prize in Chemistry and the 1962 Nobel Peace Prize. Then there's Bernadette Peters, the Broadway legend, born on this day in 1948. Peters is a singer, actress, and author who has starred in countless stage productions, films, and television shows. And last but not least, we have Bugsy Siegel, the infamous mobster who helped build Las Vegas. Siegel was born on this day in 1906 and rose to prominence during the Prohibition era as a bootlegger and hitman. Chapter 6. Notable deaths. As with any day, February 28th also marks the passing of some notable figures. On this day in 1990, Donald Coggan, the 101st Archbishop of Canterbury, passed away. Coggan was a prominent figure in the Church of England and a strong advocate for Christian unity. In 2004, the world lost Daniel J. Boorstin, the Pulitzer Prize-winning historian, librarian of Congress, and author. Boorstin was a prolific writer and a keen observer of American culture and history. These individuals, though very different in their lives and accomplishments, all left their mark on the world. It's up to us to honor their legacies by striving to live lives of purpose and meaning. Chapter 7. Independence Day Celebrations. February 28th is a day of celebration for many countries around the world. On this day in 1922, Egypt declared its independence from Great Britain, ending a period of British rule that had lasted since 1882. Egypt's Independence Day is a time for Egyptians to celebrate their heritage, their culture, and their hard-won freedom. It's also a day to look to the future with hope and optimism, as Egypt continues to navigate the challenges of the 21st century. Chapter 8. Natural Disasters. As we've seen, February 28th has been marked by both triumph and tragedy. On this day in 2013, a massive avalanche struck a group of climbers in the Himalayas, killing 9 people. The avalanche occurred on Mount Everest, the world's highest mountain, and was a stark reminder of the dangers of mountaineering. In 2020, Storm Horo, a powerful extratropical cyclone, battered Europe, causing widespread flooding and damage. These events are a sobering reminder of the power of nature and the importance of being prepared for natural disasters. They also highlight the need for international cooperation to address the impacts of climate change. Chapter 9. Religious Celebrations. For those who observe, February 28th holds religious significance as well. In the Eastern Orthodox Church, it's the feast of Saint Basil the Confessor, a day to commemorate the life and teachings of this influential figure. Basil the Confessor was a Byzantine monk and theologian who lived in the 8th and 9th centuries. He is known for his staunch defense of orthodoxy against the iconoclastic controversy, a period of intense debate over the use of icons in religious worship. His story is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the importance of standing up for what you believe in, even in the face of adversity. Chapter 10. Cave, Mountain, and Sea Incidents. February 28th has been a day of both discovery and disaster, often in the most unexpected places. On this day in 1940, a group of explorers in Kentucky made an incredible discovery: the Mammoth Cave System, now recognized as the longest-known cave system in the world. The discovery was a major event in the world of speleology, the study of caves, and opened up a whole new realm of exploration and scientific inquiry. But not all explorations have such happy endings. On February 28, 1995, a tragic shipwreck occurred off the coast of Indonesia. The ship, the MV Garuda, was carrying over 200 passengers and crew when it capsized and sank in rough seas. Despite rescue efforts, only 34 people survived the disaster. Chapter 11. Terrorist attacks and earthquakes. Tragically, February 28th hasn't been immune to the horrors of terrorism. On this day in 1993, a bomb exploded in the parking garage of the World Trade Center in New York City, killing 6 people and injuring over 1,000. The bombing was a horrific act of terrorism that shook the United States to its core. As if terrorism wasn't enough, February 28th has also been marked by seismic activity. In 2001, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck the Pacific Northwest region of the United States, causing widespread damage and injuring hundreds of people. These events are a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the importance of cherishing every moment. So there you have it, February 28th, a day of scientific discoveries, rare disease awareness, historical tragedies, and the birth of a Broadway legend. From the heights of Mount Everest to the depths of the Mammoth Cave System, from the streets of New York City to the shores of Indonesia, this day has seen it all. February 28th is more than just a date, it's a tapestry of human triumphs, tragedies, and everything in between. From scientific breakthroughs to natural disasters, this day reminds us of our shared history and the resilience of the human spirit. And hey, if you've made it this far, you're officially a February 28th expert. Go impress your friends with these facts. But more importantly, I hope this video has inspired you to learn more about the world around you. Thanks for watching, and remember, every day is a new adventure. See you tomorrow.